The Couch Deals are brought to you by the VLG Studio, the community for people with a story to tell.
You're now tuned in to the Couch Stealers Anime Podcast.
And guess what? You can't beat me because I'm the Prince of all Saiyans. Oh my god, he about to he got a hand. Let's go. He's having a full-on Shinji Ikari. Why am I fighting this thing?
I was worried about just shot this shit.
God damn. Yo, AU, man.
What the fuck is you on?
Listen. Not enough.
You
That's
listen, nigga. Like,
I'm
this
on not
government
enough.
shutdown gotta end. It's gotta end.
Not enough. Yo,
I understand
let me
this
ask you
doesn't affect a lot of people, but it affects me in a great way.
oh my god.
Yeah,
what
go
I
ahead.
had?
What we talking about?
Forest of Death, bro. Shoot around time. So, Forest of Death. We're starting. Choose 3 jutsu to find the scrolls before everyone else. So we got Shadow Clone Jutsu, Fireball Jutsu, Rasengan, Chidori, Mind Transfer Jutsu, Healing, Byakugan, Sharingan, Advanced Taijutsu, Gaara's Sand, Giant Wind Fan, shout out to Mari, Abarame Insects, Ice Mirror, Shadow Possession Jutsu, Puppets, or Fang over Fang. Now, off the top, ain't nobody choosing Fang over Fang, so we don't even got to worry about that. But what are the 3 jutsu if you're going into the
I'm
Forest
letting
of
you
Death
right now.
for the
Fuck you, no. Hold on.
You taking Fang over Fang?
I'm letting you know right now. If you choose Fang over Fang, don't even talk to me about anime ever again in your fucking life. And I'm letting that be known right the fuck now. I don't know what the fuck Fang over Fang got to do with anything and getting the fucking scroll other than fucking a nigga up. And if we ninjas and we talking real ninja shit now, obviously we all watch the damn show. You feel me? Respect. However, I'm pretty sure if we looking at this like we not getting, you know what I mean? Or niggas trying to be getting or whatever it is, or there actually is tuning exams.
Yeah, it's tuning exams though.
But regardless, you're a getting. You don't really got the knowledge how to work with a team, know what the fuck you got to do, et cetera, et cetera. All right. I say all of that to say this. Bro, niggas was just doing shit. And you would know goddamn well Fang over Fang ain't got nothing to do with nothing in terms of getting the scroll. Anyways.
At this point in the series, Fang over Fang just was there to look cool. And don't get me wrong, I forgot
it was fire.
I forgot which Ninja Storm game it was.
2.
But it was 2.
I'm pretty sure it was 2.
It was either 1 or 2, but my brother had it for the PSP, so I'm dating myself a little bit here with that
one. It might be 1 then, nigga.
I'm dating myself a little bit with that. But my brother and my cousin both had it for the PSP, and we used to play it all the time. And we used to, do PSP to PSP fights. And I used to use Shino. I used to use Kiba. And I would throw Sasuke in there just because he was broken. That was like black garb Sasuke, so he was a little broken in that.
He looked cool. Right? He was aura farming.
Yeah, just a little bit. He just learned the Chidori and shit. So like he was right at that spot. But yo, what's your 3?
He's looking real Manwa.
Oh my god, I'm dead.
All right, I'm rolling with Shadow Clone Jutsu.
Okay.
Byakugan.
Okay.
And I'm rolling with fucking sorry about that. And Shadow Paralysis.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So
Shadow Clone Jutsu. No, hold on. You know what? Handle your business. And then we're gonna go into our picks.
Then we're gonna go.
We're gonna go into our picks.
Okay. So I too did take the only one we got the same. I did take Shadow Clone Jutsu as well. So I did Shadow Clone Jutsu.
Not choosing Shadow Clone Jutsu is a crime.
Yeah, no, I did Shadow Clone Jutsu. I did Gaara's Sand, and then I did.
I thought that was biased, but I'm gonna let you finish.
Ice mirrors. Shadow Clone Jutsu with ice mirrors, bro.
You're bugging. You're fucking
ice mirrors.
Drugs.
With ice mirrors. Shadow Clone Jutsu with ice mirrors.
That is a very small range of motion we got.
It don't
here.
matter.
You in a big ass forest, bro.
Yeah.
And two. You can't use that all the time.
It don't matter. I'm gonna put it down. I'm gonna use Shadow Clone Jutsu. I'm gonna have a bunch of me's going in and out of the mirrors, and then if you try to attack me, bang, the sand gonna come up. So you ain't gonna be able to do nothing. So I mean,
but how many times? How many attempts you got?
It don't matter. I just need to get 2 scrolls, and I already got one.
You
of
don't
those.
know what scroll you got in.
It don't matter. They don't know what scroll I got, so they gotta come to
English. Bro.
Yeah, I just realized you said gotten.
That was wild.
I didn't even catch it until I was really gonna let that smooth sail right on by. Then you said gotten.
I wasn't.
Like,
I'm always on my own ass. Anyways, nah, you're bugging. That's too like condensed. Obviously the sand, I can respect that. Cause like, that's pure like, let me kill a nigga and then we up. You know what I mean? So I can understand that. I have no gripes against that. However, the ice shit, nah, that's too condensed, man. That's too condensed. That don't got nothing to do with like being in a big ass forest trying to find what you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
like,
I got you. I got shadow clones everywhere, so we all scouting out, getting everything that we need to get.
I had the same exact exact reasoning there.
So now when we find what we need to find, all right, that shadow clone over there got it. So now we all gonna go over there, and once we all over there, then now you in this ice prison with mirrors everywhere. Are you trying to attack me? I got sand blocking my way, or I got sand barreling your ass. Or at the very least, if you trying to come to me, I'm in and out. I'm over here. I'm over there. I'm in the mirrors. I'm water.
I hear you, and I don't hear you, and the reason why is because that. We got to think about how many shadow clones is out in the ethos. You feel me?
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
So
got
it's like, that shadow
chocolate.
clones. No, I don't. I'm not even saying that. I'm saying how many. That's what I'm saying. How many shadow clones you have out in the ethos, and you're like, that shadow clone's over there. We gonna go to them. By the time you get to that motherfucker, they probably gone.
I know.
That's reconnaissance, and I love that reconnaissance is. Yes, you know the general idea, but you can't account for that. Like, bro, that shit could be leagues over there, and then by the time you get there, your little setup ain't no traps, ain't nothing, and that's where the Byakugan comes in.
Yo, you trying to see the ocular juice? First of all, I knew you wasn't gonna take Sharingan because you think it's a cheat code. Second of all,
I genuinely just don't think that's the best fit for this.
So
this
you
scenario.
go Byakugan to try
because you can see through everything.
You try to suss out all the crap.
You could suss out everything just about in terms of what you need to suss out. You send the shadow clones out in a certain radius just so that you could get to where you need to get to. Mm-hmm. Y'all move within the shadow clone radius. You feel me?
Okay.
So it's like you're not just going throughout the whole entire forest on some fucking crow shit. Mm. You know what I mean? Yeah, trying to figure out the Infinity Castle. So you move in the radius of the outliers of the shadow clones. Boom. What you encounter, that's where it is. All right, Byakugan, that's valid. I'm going to need that. Guess what? He can see what scroll you got. I'm going to need that. We pull the fuck up. Word. Shadow clone's still in effect. They the fucking distraction. Boom. Shadow paralysis jutsu. I'm going to need that. We break the fuck up out of this hoe.
So the funny thing about it is you're looking at it from the standpoint of like finding the scrolls before anyone else. So from a reconnaissance standpoint, if you're looking at it as attacking the scrolls to make or trying to make sure you can get to the scrolls that you need, I can understand the rhyme or reason. I see the method of the madness. I look at it from the standpoint of I'm just trying to fight people. I'm trying to
But that depends on how many people are.
Why
you always trying to RKO somebody?
Because RKOing somebody off the top rope is just always effective.
He don't even RKO off. No, how many times has he done that?
It don't matter. Every time I've seen somebody either get RKO'd off the top rope or someone jump off the top.
has done more like I feel like
the frog splash type. No, but
no. I mean, I feel like he's done more. What is it called actually? Because now it's always an RKO.
What, the frog splash DDT? I don't know what you
DDT. Thank you.
DDT. No, but like I look at it from the standpoint of I always have this lasting image of, and I forgot who the guy was, but he tried to do like a backflip off the top rope, and he went off the top rope into a backflip. Into an RKO.
Legendary.
He was on the ground.
Legendary.
I was like, okay, RKO off the top rope. Bet.
Legendary.
It's effective.
Legendary.
So I think in a 1v1
back to the thing. I agree with you. In a 1v1 scenario, you're winning.
That's my dub.
It's your dub. However, what if every motherfucking team that pull up to you, because it depends on who pulls up to you. Your shit is very like, gotcha, bitch. You know what I mean? It's really like that. And you really got because you're going to lose. So however,
okay.
What if almost every team you pull up on, just about, and what if everybody avoids you? But what if the people who do pull up on you don't got the right scroll?
So I'll be honest with you. This is where the sand comes in. Because think about how ruthless Gaara was at this point in Naruto. In the
You
Chunin
win.
days.
I already understand.
Yeah, no. But it's not only that I win, but he was using the sand also as reconnaissance. Because remember, he could do the little eye joint,
But
and
he
so the sand was
wasn't
going up.
doing that. All right, you know what? Let me be fair. Let me be fair. Yes.
He was
I
doing
understand.
it. So like,
I understand, but I don't
think
think he was doing that shit. But
it casts a wide enough net that all I need is to find one person lacking. I need to find one team, one squad lacking. That's
you
all.
know what? Next time we do one of these, right? I want to set some prayer. I want to do a Nuzlocke on this motherfucker. You feel me? And by a Nuzlocke, I mean like I want to
a stronger scenario.
Yes, a stronger scenario because like obviously, nigga, we could talk for days about who the fuck is gonna get the shit, who not, whatever. You can always make up some scenario. This is why I don't like arguing with motherfuckers on the internet. Do a Nuzlocke in the terms of like, okay, let's say we do this one scenario, we do it again, right? It's in the mindset of each one of these characters in their jutsu. Because Naruto ain't going around with no fucking plan on the reconnaissance.
Nah,
that nigga's going
Naruto's
to fight.
Just running. Yeah, he's just going to fight.
Exactly. So you're gonna say you cook, you fucked. So, anyways, respect it. I like it.
So one thing I'll even say when it comes to that's actually kind of dope is that it kind of bleeds into that D&D type style. If we do like a legit like anime D&D type, like this scenario happened, you walking in the woods, all of a sudden come Orochimaru, and then you try to run away, and then Hisoka pop out, and next thing you know, you scared as all get out, and now you know what I mean? Like now we throwing different monkey wrenches in there, different kind of scenarios.
For sure. But I think we should honestly moving forward. I'm being very selfish here. I like this Nuzlocke shit. I like that Nuzlocke shit. Yeah. So next time we do a list like this, hit it with the Nuzlocke. So
that reminds me, if you have do you have the Delta joint on your phone that can download? You don't want to do no more Nuzlocke?
I already have a game on my phone that I play religiously. I don't need another game on my phone that I play religiously.
Would you be down to do a Couch Steelers Nuzlocke, just you and I?
Yo. Respectfully, last time we did a Nuzlocke, it was me, you, and your fucking brother, nigga.
Fair.
And neither one of y'all even made it to the Elite Four because y'all just stopped.
Here's the thing. No,
fuck out of here.
It wasn't that we didn't stop. It was that we had other things that were taking us away from playing all the time. Nah, I'm gonna be honest with you. We had a few other things that was taking us away from playing all the time.
I remember very vividly what happened in your life during that time.
Yeah. So I wasn't playing all the time. Playing all the time. But I will say on this joint right now, I got an Emerald joint going already beat the Elite Four. So
first and foremost,
I'm down.
Okay, but you had that shit for like 6 months. I remember when you told me about it.
I definitely told you about it, but I beat the Elite Four like 3 months ago. Like I've been just kind of doing a battle frontier because I'm bored and ain't nothing else to do in that game after you beat it. Because I'm not really trying to catch no Pokemon or anything like that. Like I've already caught Rayquaza and all that stuff.
Listen. If we do a Nuzlocke challenge, we got to set a parameter.
Fair.
And by that I mean a time limit. Nigga, I ain't doing no Nuzlocke challenge for no fucking 6 months, my boy.
Also,
if we doing a Nuzlocke challenge, we gotta do this motherfucker for a solid like 2.5 months and then call it.
So that, but also we gotta what game would you want to do the Nuzlocke on? What is the Pokemon game that
I'm always Pokemon Gold, Silver, like that era.
Well, that's because and the reason why I say that is
simplest era.
You the Miltank. You fighting the Miltank. Nah, see, I like my favorite era, and I'll be honest with you, is the Hoenn era. And I ain't.
That's my favorite era. That and Kanto, and then
because Kanto's the original.
Kanto's the original, so I'm biased. And then the third is obviously going to be fucking Ruby Sapphire.
Like, with our knowledge, we could run through a Kanto Nuzlocke in like 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We could run through a Kanto Nuzlocke in like 2 weeks.
That's what I'm saying. But I say 2.5 months max because realistically, we got to put some people in the dirt.
Yeah, and Gold and Silver are longer games because you got to get 18 or 16 badges as opposed to 8.
You also can't run.
Heart Gold and Soul Silver. We will be running. We will be running. But yo, man, that was a nice little shoot around. Get a nice little shoot around in. That little shoot around.
Use a egg game motherfucker.
Yeah,
listen, just trying to kill niggas.
Hey, listen, that's all it was. Let me know what y'all think in the chat. Let us know what you think as far as your shoot around. Which one are you going with, the Jutsu Wild? But yo, AU, man, we talked about a little bit of this last week where we talked about Entertainment District and being one of the best arcs of that generation. Yeah, no, I want to get into it. So we talked about.
I went a little further out of 10 10 years.
You went how far further?
Like maybe like a year.
Okay, I was like
nothing crazy. Nothing
15,
because
20?
15 was a lot. Nigga.
Yeah, no.
And 15, I feel like 20 years is not fair.
No, 20 years is definitely not fair. And I actually didn't. I grabbed a handful.
I grabbed a handful. I didn't go crazy.
I
didn't go crazy
either. Matter of fact,
I didn't go crazy.
I had all of these.
It was just like because I really wanted to think about the greatness that we've received in the last 10 years or so. Just to
facts
and that general idea. Mm-hmm. All right, so let me start off with a few. All right, so first and foremost, and thank you, I appreciate you, Latom.
Mm-hmm. I was about to say, I was like, Illuminati?
Yeah, not Illuminati, nigga. Latom. Spring High preliminary arc. High Q you, nigga. What is you talking about? Why you looking crazy right now?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're welcome.
Them niggas got into that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Bro,
okay.
I literally went back and started rewatching that arc. They got into that.
It's a great arc. It is a great arc.
Them getting there, just going for it. This is the only sports anime I will ever in my fucking life say I love.
Until you watch Blue Lock.
I'm not watching.
You're going to watch
I'm not going to say I'm not going to watch it because I started it.
Yeah, you're going to watch
bro,
Blue Lock.
I lost fucking touch so many times. But Haikyuu, woo, that's a piece of work, my boy. That's a piece of work.
So that's just so I'm following. That's the saga where they had to play Shigetori Hawazawa or whatever. Shigetorizawa.
The fact that you don't even remember, which is crazy.
Shigetorizawa, do. Shigetorizawa. Nah, I remember that because they crowd was lit. I ain't gonna lie, their crowd was kind of lit. They had like the band.
I'm
they
disappointed
had, like,
in you.
The foam fingers.
No. I'm not gonna lie. I'm disappointed in you.
Which one was
you
so
put me
I got
on?
the wrong.
It's not even about that. It's about the fact that you asking me. You're right.
No, because here's
no, you're right. You're absolutely correct. But you're asking me.
But here's the thing. When I think of Haikyuu, I think of like I don't even almost look at them as.
Oh, you caught that right?
What?
Haikyuu. I would say Haikyuu.
Yeah, you would say Haikyuu. I was just gonna let you rock.
Oh no, I was getting on your nerves because you was the one saying it wrong like all them years ago when you first got on.
Listen, I was putting the exclamation points to work. That's all I was doing. I was putting the extra U and the exclamation points to work.
I was trying to piss you off. It didn't work.
Nah, bro. Nah, it ain't gonna please. It's gonna take a lot more. Especially, it's gonna take a lot more to piss me off than that.
Not piss you off. Yeah, I was trying to get on your skin a little bit.
Yeah, you got a tough hill to climb on that one. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Oh, all right. Okay, my fault.
Yeah, you might have received that.
Okay. Right approach, wrong day.
Wrong day. Yeah, right approach, wrong day. Right
approach, wrong.
Right approach, wrong day.
All right.
Nah, but like, so when I think of Haikyuu, I think of, I don't think of it in the sense of arcs, even though I understand that they are.
But it was an arc.
Yeah, exactly. Because I like, and as much as I love that match, I don't know if that's my favorite arc because I loved like the summer training arc. The summer training arc where the sister,
yes, I
Tanaka's
understand.
Sister drove him.
I understand.
Like, I love that.
I get it, and I love that.
They're doing
arc
the dance
too.
after they find out they're about to have grilled. Have food at the end.
Yes, at the end. Oh, they was gobbling that shit up.
Yeah, doing the dance and everything.
Nah, but hold on. But that shit set up this so that everything felt so much fucking better.
Yes,
and so like honestly, this definitely goes down as one of my favorite arcs of the last 10 years personally. Mm-hmm. And obviously there are other arcs that we probably won't remember or think about at the moment. However, like we said, we both had a handful. So you know what? Let's go one for one right now. So that's what I'm going for at the moment.
All right. So one other thing I want to say about that arc, because the biggest thing that I do remember about it that was so just my favorite part, not only just my favorite part, but the part that like I think about the most when I think about that, obviously is Tsukishima with the block and like his reaction after the block, and they panned everybody, including his brother. His brother's all powder and everything, but it was when they actually won. And the look on all of the seniors' faces,
he was like,
"Bro, when the seniors couldn't even like look at each other, they were just like." And then they hugged each other, and then they just screamed and cried. That, like, as somebody, and now granted, I ain't playing no type of a grandiose sport. I never played in college or anything like that. But like, I've had games playing in high school, bro.
You know what that shit like when you play a sport, yo.
That took me back to a specific game that I played in high school where we won that joint in on the last play of the game, we gave up some like crazy touchdown as time expired and the team went for 2 to like win the game and we stopped them on the 2-point conversion. Oh yeah. Oh bro, that was like my senior year. Yeah. No, we lost. Oh my god. I threw
on your senior year too. I
ran to like the middle of the because like I almost sacked the quarterback on the play. So like as I turned to look, he like I had him hurried. So he like ended up throwing the ball basically out of bounds. And I ended up just like literally like taking my helmet off and like sprinting the midfield. I was mad. So yeah, no, right in the heart.
Oh boy, did a 50-yard dash, no reason.
50-yard dash, boy.
That's that youth.
Dash.
That's that youth, baby.
Yo, bro.
All right, go ahead.
My God.
All right, what's your next?
So again, I was putting this in the umbrella of what we were looking at because I said that.
I understand. No. I have this. I personally have this above the entertainment district, and I know that sounds crazy,
really.
But listen, you know me, I'm not one to watch sports anime. I'm not watching that shit, and not only that, I'm not a big slice of life person. IQ does a wonderful job of giving you slice of life and sports anime. So for that to like compel me in the way and make me feel the way it did, that for me personally, that's above entertainment district. Jesus, I can't speak tonight.
Disagree. I can understand the sentiment. I definitely disagree, but I can
understand personal. It's a personal.
Yeah.
It's a personal.
This one might not be as personal, the one I'm about to pick now, because it's the one that, as far as an arc is concerned, would be the one that, from my opinion, has the closest argument when it comes to entertainment district. The Shibuya incident.
Oh, I had that up there too. Shibuya, so I don't even got to go back and double back on that. We're both on the same page. I don't even think. Do we got to talk about it?
I would honestly.
Let's talk about it. Let's get into it. I would love
to, just because, like.
And I don't think it's Shibuya, by the way, nigga. This is not Shibuya. It's more like Shibuya.
I did that before when we were talking about it, because you made the joke Shibuya. Shibuya. You made that joke.
Yeah.
So, yes, the Shibuya. Was it Shibuya? I'm not saying
it's spelled SHIBUYA.
BUYA.
Yes. So it's not Shibuya.
It's Shibuya.
Shibuya. I just know it's not that, nigga.
It's not Shibuya.
It's not Shibuya. Roll call. I bet. Anyways, we up.
So the reason why I see clips about that all the time, and I mean, I know the one that was going around that people use like for different clips and reels and shorts and everything is what the hell is happening in Shibuya, like in Maharaga and like all of that other stuff.
Yeah.
But the part for me that I always go back to, and there's so much that happened in that incident and so much death. But I think about the part where with Sukuna showed up, where he had possessed Itadori. He
was always there.
But you know what I mean. He's taking control. And all of these, and Panda and all of them are fighting, and he just shows up and it's just like, yo, if anybody moves before this meteor come down, or before I put this out of my hands, I'm gonna kill you. And the villains, the heroes, everybody was like, oh shit, we can't go to. And he's like, wait for it, wait. Like, you know how much
nigga said, green light.
Yo, like
that's
how much of an asshole you gotta be to know that, like, yo, you see that giant flaming meteor coming down for y'all? Yo, don't nobody move or else I'm gonna kill you. And y'all all know I can.
You know what the worst part is? You know what the worst part is? Imagine the stress you're under, knowing this nigga could kill you in 2 different ways. Either you move and you die, or you're not fast enough to move from the meteor this nigga summoned. It was him, right? That summoned.
I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it was too.
I'm pretty sure it was.
Right.
But I just remember the strong bead of sweat going down the one teacher with the swords that don't like to go to work. The strong bead of sweat that was going down his face. And Panda was like,
he got showed up because they told him OT. That's what happened.
Well, one thing I honestly, so I remember that one, obviously. The fight between Sukuna but the fight between Sukuna and Maharaga, and then the fight between Sukuna and what's the volcano head dude's name?
Now, what you calling that a fight?
I call that a fight. I call that a fight. No, I call that a fight because I call that a fight because he tried his Jogo. I call that a fight because he tried his absolute best.
It's not a fight.
Because he knew he wasn't going to win that fight. Sukuna wouldn't.
That's not the point. The fight for him was just to accomplish his goal. So
Which I think
he was fighting.
Yeah.
Sukuna wasn't fighting.
Of course not.
So I'm not going to call it a fight. He was fighting for something, but it wasn't a fight between two people.
Okay. All right. Well, I will still say a fight is a fight because they was throwing hands and that one image of dude going like this and dude going like what was it like this? Like, yeah, no, I'm here for that. I'll say
I'm
one
being
more.
particular per usual.
I'm gonna say one more.
Whoa. We going
no,
tip for tat.
point for point. But I'm saying one more point about Shibuya. I want to say Shibuya so bad.
Just
one more point about
handle your business, bro. I understand.
Itadori stalking what's it called? Mahida. Like Mahito.
Oh yeah,
him stalking
the fuck
like,
out of him.
Don't get me wrong, I love the scene where Mahito was like, "Stop yelling, Itadori,
you nigga, like, I fucking hear you, nigga."
Like that part was great, but Itadori stalking him and the imagery of like the wolves stalking a little bunny, like and he's trying to run away. Itadori got like that like slow walk, like, bro, you done killed so many of my people. You think you gonna get away? You think I'm gonna let you just walk out of here?
Mm-hmm.
You think that everything that you done to me over the last, bro? I still remember when you killed my friend in the movie theater. You thought you killed his moms too? You killed his moms too? His moms was fine. You killed her too? No. I'm coming for that. So that was the part for me. I know Itadori was feeling some type of way. So that yeah. So that I would put that on par with Entertainment District, if not even a smidge over.
Okay. Now this one, like I said, this is the one that we talked about previously. Like before we started getting into. This is the one that I said I went a little overboard in terms of like time. It is between 10 to 15. I know we decided we was going to go around like 10, closer to 10, but this is the one I promise I'm going to go outside on.
Okay.
Chimera and Art.
Okay. Yeah. I thought about that one, and then I saw when the timeline on that one was.
I know, but I decided to stay within the 15 on this one just out of what it was. Chimera and Art, man. My goodness gracious. And this is the only reason why I decided to throw this one in here, is because apparently it's back.
The manga.
Yes.
Yeah, the manga.
But if the manga is back, that means we might get more anime. We don't get manga. We don't get anime without manga.
So, I'm just
saying. So I'm gonna be hopeful. That's all I'm gonna say. However, this arc in particular, and I'm not letting this one slide. This shit had you crying on the bus going all the way down to Mississippi.
Listen, I was on a Greyhound, bro. I was on a Greyhound like this. I don't know these people. They not about to see me weeping on this Greyhound.
You called me, and you was on this motherfucking Greyhound crying about that motherfucking shit. Not only just that, Gon almost became one of my favorite MCs. Well, he did become one of my favorite MCs of all time with this arc. Because my nigga sold it all. He said, fuck it.
He really
said, fuck it. This is like a 12-year-old boy that we saw handling complex emotions in the best way that he possibly could. And what I mean by that is he didn't control his emotions, but he controlled it enough where he could zone in on one particular thing. And that was the only thing that kept him in the fight. Up until the fight that he needed to get into. And then once he achieved his fucking goal, that nigga looked at Killua and had the strongest motherfucking tears in all of anime, possibly. Because he knew there was no outlet for him other than killing this hoe.
Well, one thing I'll say about that I always like, that scene in particular,
and she is a hoe. Fuck her.
When Gon,
I know she was just doing her thing and just being an ant and shit, but fuck her.
But it was the part where like Gon was just like punching dirt at that point. Like he wasn't even punching skull or blood or anything. He was just punching dirt, and like you still saw, but it was still enough intact connection where the body was still kind of flailing.
It was the vibrations.
Like, yo, Killua saw that. Killua was in Godspeed mode and saw that from the other side of the forest. Like,
it was like,
what is that light?
Yeah, let me go. Nah. So, anyways, yeah, that's my next one. Go ahead.
One that I'm pretty sure you're gonna have on there as well. Wano. Shout out Wano. Land of Wano.
I did not have Wano.
You did not have Wano on there. I have Wano on there.
I
now,
do not. And even after you said it, I'm still not putting Wano in there.
You're not okay. All right. So here's the thing that is if you look at Wano, here's where Wano comes in a little bit short on the uptick.
A little short, nigga.
Wano's
a little short.
Yeah, Wano,
you can't say a little when Wano is that fucking long.
Wano's very long.
And that was the issue with Wano for me. So it was the pacing. God damn.
I went back and saw how many episodes there were in Wano. I think we were in Wano for like 3.5, 4 years. Like we were like of real adult, like average human time. Like,
Let
we
me
were in Wano
explain to you how long
mad
we was in Wano. We didn't even finish Whole Cake Island when we were living together.
No.
Exactly.
No, because I finished Whole Cake. You had moved out by the time I finished Whole Cake Island because we started Wano at 2. You were already in Wano. I caught up in Wano.
Yeah,
that's the thing for everybody that's trying to like watch One Piece. It does take time. I caught up.
It do. I know. I always talk about like oh, you could do it. You can do it, but I ain't gonna seriously like it's not a labor of love.
Yeah,
so
no, you ain't
let
doing
it be a labor
else.
of love.
I started One Piece when we were in college. I caught up to Wano. I caught up in Whole Cake Island. Because I remember the Katakuri fight, so I caught up in Whole Cake Island.
Whoa, hold on! I hate to cut you off in that regard. Don't use that language to these motherfuckers, yo. Don't use that language when I say I say that because you like, oh, I started One Piece in college and then I got here. Don't do that. That's too long.
I mean, yeah.
No, you caught up in college and then you're watching it weekly.
No, I started in college.
Yes, no. Apologies.
We was
still wrong language. The wrong language. And shout out to my boy, Mugiwara. And you know who I'm talking about. Anyways, he got us back into One Piece.
He got us back into One Piece.
Yes,
but I remember watching the
Arlong. You started it. Yes,
yeah, I was.
But then
I
you
watched
caught
the Arlong
up
arc. I watched the Arlong arc when we were still in Chase Hall. Like we were still in Chase Hall when I was in the Arlong arc because I remember watching it.
Sure,
positive because the first scene for One Piece that got me in my like, oh shit, this is crazy was when Nami was stabbing her tattoo of the Arlong pirates.
Yes.
And I remember looking over at I looked over at Goose and he was like, yo, you good? And I was like, I don't know.
Now hold on, because you had stopped. I'm telling you had stopped.
I stopped at one point. I stopped at one point.
When he reintroduced us, and that's when I brought it up to you again, is when fucking what's that nigga with the horns, but not a horn? He was CP9.
With the nose? The dude with the nose?
No, CP9.
Oh, Bluto,
he was Iron Body.
Bluto?
Luffy beat him.
Bluto,
Luffy beat him in Gear 2nd.
That was the first time we saw Gear.
When he punched my boy with the big ass fucking hammer into the ground and said, boom.
Oh, that was when he punched Bellamy.
It wasn't Bellamy. It was a Water 7. It was a Water 7. No, it was not. It was a Water 7 shipwright. The dude with the big old hammer. He had small legs and he was top heavy. Water 7 ship.
So right. I know he got to Gear 2nd with Bluto, but I thought that was a different. I mean, oh no, because he did the
Galileo Company.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
It was right. No. It was Tilestone. Tilestone. And he had the big old hammer, and then Bluto punched this man into the ground, and I said he's dead.
Yes.
And I said he's dead. And I showed this to you, and you was like, "What the fuck?" And I said, "Yeah, he's dead." And I didn't know at that point, because at that point, that's when it was like we was pretty much almost weekly, and that's when we got back on, and then we never stopped.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that guy.
Oh, I remember.
Completely forgot about that guy.
I'll never forget him surviving somehow, because he should have been dead.
Because I remember you saying he should have been dead. That's the only thing I remember about that.
Well, he should have been fucking dead. You said that to me.
It was like, bro, he should be dead. Like
he should have been fucking dead. Ain't no fucking way.
But Wano, the thing with Wano was that Wano was very long, but I think Wano had some of the peak moments of One Piece. And I think, and I mean, and we're not even just talking about the Kaido fight, like Luffy Kaido fight.
Oh no, I'm not.
I think like even
Nami
something
telling everybody that like he's not dead. That was fire. Love that moment personally.
Even like Odin's story. Like Odin's story was one of the saddest, most heart-wrenching stories for One Piece, and that is saying a lot.
That nigga should have died a lot more horrifically.
I mean, getting boiled in soup was crazy. Getting boiled in soup.
I'm not talking about Odin, nigga. What you talking about?
You said dying more heroically.
Bitch ass fucking horrifically. Sorry.
Yeah, horrifically. Yeah, no,
he should have died. That fucking. I can't even say his name. Fuck him.
Yeah, he got the Hydra dude. He got off.
Oh, I know his name. I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna let that nigga be Voldemort in this case.
I'll say when it comes to
it's
Wano, I also love like the cooler moments that we got. Like one of my all-time personal favorite moments of One Piece, and this is gonna be real subtle, but it was the first time that we saw Luffy see Zoro again. Because if you think about it, Luffy hadn't seen Zoro since they left out of Dressrosa. So like they parted ways at Dressrosa.
They went through all like 3
the fucking
different arcs
Whole
without seeing each other. And then what? They
went from Zou to Whole Cake Island. So I think there was another one just like randomly thrown in there too. So
I don't
like,
think so, but
either way,
you could be right. You could be right.
It was so long since they've seen each other, so that just that one scene when he's riding on the freaking
and then he stopped. And then he stopped and got off of Zoro. It's because they were bringing Tama to
Yep.
Yeah, she was dying of thirst in like a crazy way. Yo,
so
fuck
that's what I'm saying. So
bro.
I put Wano up there for many reasons, and even something that's one of the reasons that people that may not have been caught up on One Piece but still got the joke was Queen. Zuma. Like people don't even watch One Piece, but they know about that. Like Zuma. So like Wano has so many great moments. I put Wano up there on that.
There's a lot of great moments. It really
was
does.
Long, so it has.
But that pacing was fucking awful for me, man. Wano was like, it wasn't tough for me to get through, but I tell you that from someone who recently rewatched Wano, it was hard. It was hard. And I still thoroughly enjoyed it. But moving on, my next one, because I still got a few. Not a lot, more. But I got a couple more. And this one is good. This is going to be the big shocker. The big shocker. I don't want to hear shit. I don't want to hear shit.
It's going to be Bleach, isn't it?
Fuck no.
Oh, okay.
There hasn't been a Bleach arc in 1,000-Year Blood War that I would say is the best arc in the last 10 years. That's insane. And I love Bleach. Y'all already know this. But there hasn't been an arc yet. The arcs in Bleach were better in manga versus what I'm getting in animated. And I love the animated versions right now. I'm happy with everything happening, but they were better in the manga. Slave arc.
Yo, you gonna now okay, you was trying to make me upset before. Now you're gonna make me upset. Did you just now, AU, I'm going to actually ask this as your friend. as one of your dear friends, as you as a person that spoke at my wedding, as you as someone who I have known for over 10 years now, almost going up over 15 years now.
It's like 15 almost.
Yeah, I was saying going up 15 years now. Good sir, are you referring to the Vinland Saga slave arc? Is that the arc that you were? I'm sorry. One more time. You were referring to the Vinland Saga, the same Vinland Saga arc. No. I'm not done. The same Vinland Saga arc that you were very critical of, and you hated at the time because
no. I wasn't critical of the arc.
You were critical of the decisions being made by the main character, Thorfinn, in this situation.
But I wasn't critical of the arc. I was never critical of the arc.
But you always so this leads me to my next question. Did you go back and rewatch it? Thank you. That's all I need to know. I needed to just make sure you went back and rewatched it because you had so much hate for that. We have the clips because we had a podcast. We have the clips of how much hateful you were about.
And I want to let you know right now, I double the fuck down. I hate this nigga. I hate this nigga.
But how beautiful of an arc was that? I
sobbed.
It's
I cried my fucking eyes out, yo. Now, to be fair,
Cry like
this
Halle
one-
Berry at the
this
Oscars,
one-
y'all.
This one was a hard one for me. I cried for multiple reasons. I told y'all on the last pod on the return. I ain't even trying to make this shit sappy, but someone I considered a father died recently, and it was hard for me. That's another big reason why shit went on hiatus. Life went on, life happens, but and I rewatched Vinland Saga arc because I wanted to see how the fuck you get through some shit after your father done died. And that arc, it might be one of the best arcs I've ever seen in my goddamn life. And although I hate Thorfinn, Vinland Saga might be in my top 5 moving forward.
So let me ask you this. As far as a writing standpoint, what was the part for you, even if you can't side with some of the decisions Thorfinn was making, what was the part of the story in the arc that was like the writing in the arc that really resonated with you the most?
It was the not the realization, but fuck it. I'm gonna give you a moment. It was the moment where Snake, I think it was Snake. They all got their little fucking names and shit.
Yeah, they're always at the animal. Snake was the leader of like the little bandit troop.
It wasn't Snake. It's one of them low level Dumbledores.
Badger or something like that.
Badger probably.
Yeah.
It was the one who cut his ear off, and the nigga didn't flinch.
Yes.
And that scene where everything just zoned out for him, and everything was just like a black void, and he was just like, I don't care. That silence was on purpose, by the way, because that's what happened to him. Like, everything blinked the fuck out. He was dealing with something in his mind that not many people can probably fucking comprehend. I can't comprehend it because no one fucking killed my father. And I didn't go on a revenge tour for it. However, I just felt that shit, man. I don't know how to explain it, but they did such an amazing job at showing how broken he was, on top of like showing the progression of him realizing how broken he was and getting, because he ain't over it, but getting to a place where he realized it, and then he could start to progress towards something beyond this revenge tour he's been on since he's been like fucking 12.
I was saying a little earlier than that. He was like 8.
It could have been, but man, when he was looking over them goddamn fields and his father's hand was on his shoulder,
to be honest with you,
took me out, yo.
That's why we watch
anime. Me out.
That's why we watch anime. That's why we watch anime. But that's why for me. That's why for me, when you were very critical about the character and his progression and how he got like a logical. For me, it was it was 2 roads. The logical way for Thorfinn to deal with everything that he had was to either go on a bloodthirsty rampage or go for peace. And he chose to go for peace, which not a lot of people or a lot of characters.
Still fuck him, because you don't have to go to that level of peace, my bro. You don't have to go to Mahatma Gandhi and be like.
I would argue that he did, because there was so much death and destruction. And I think the part that you mentioned before, that he had gotten to the point where he just didn't care and he was so empty, because his whole life leading up to that moment. That was before
he found peace. Or
exactly,
not found peace, but before he started to get to the place where he could find some inner calmness in himself.
But that all stemmed from him not being able to kill Askeladd. So the fact that he couldn't kill Askeladd, and Askeladd died in front of him, and he couldn't be the one to do it, shattered him. And I think, to your point, they wrote it so well to show just how Humpty Dumpty ain't got shit on him.
Big facts.
Like, he was shattered. So having that situation and having it play out the way it did in that slave season, and showing the different ways
Season
that
is crazy, but yeah.
But yeah, it is. But
I know, I'm just fucking around.
Showing
Gotta make
all of
some
the
light.
different ways he had to deal with that, and actually being able to come out on the other side of that, and that season was dark. There was so much that happened that season. That season was dark. Oh god,
Dark as fuck.
I feel so bad for that girl, for that lady and her husband. That season was so. Oh
boy.
my god, I feel so bad for them. I have never stopped feeling bad for them. Oh my god, and that baby, I was so
It
sad.
was
for
a
them.
hefty ass season, yo.
Oh my goodness! And so for him to come on the other side of that, and then get home, at the end, like.
But
Yeah,
still,
shout out,
my nigga,
shout out,
bro.
Yo, fun fact, and I
Leaf
just want
Erickson,
to.
yes, I already know the fun
Yeah,
fact,
like,
but go ahead,
today's
handle it. Today is Leaf Erickson
Today's
Day,
Leif
my
Erikson
boy.
Day. Shout out Leif Erickson. Happy Leif Erickson
Shout out
Day.
to Leif Erikson, man.
Yo, shout out SpongeBob. Nah, but okay, that's gonna be a hard one to. I can respect that. I did not think you were gonna be the one to say it, but I can definitely respect that.
I mean, a lot changed for me, after that. Respectfully. Again, not to down the podcast all down and shit,
it's life,
but
bro. Again,
that's
watch
life,
anime.
and that's why we watch. I was going to bring it back to that. We watch anime not because we want to cry, or not because we want to be sad, or not because we want to be happy or anything like that. We watch anime because, realistically speaking, sometimes anime conveys emotions and things that we can't.
Mm-hmm. And does so in a way that allows us the room to get to the point that we want to get to, and understand that this is, even if we can't articulate it ourselves, it allows us to do just that, and it allows us to get to the point where we can not only articulate it, but we can get to the point of getting peace behind it. And I think that's the most important part that I took out of that whole series, was the peace that was achieved.
And so, just to round it off here on this one, because I would like to personally move on from this little arc or whatever.
Oh, I got one more.
My biological father did not pass away, but I held two people in my life as my fathers. My biological father and someone else that was there for me in a great way. And so that arc for me felt like him. And so RIP.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And I think, and like I said, I think the biggest thing that comes down to it is the fact that, like we mentioned, this is why we do it. This is why there's room on the couch. This is literally why there's room on the couch. So I got one more. If we want to move on from this.
Nah,
this point.
go for it. Go for it.
I'm going with the Paradise arc. The war on Paradise.
No way.
I'm going with the war on Paradise. I'm going with the rumbling. Eren Yeager did nothing wrong.
Actually, the next one I was going to go with was not that, but it was from AOT. So let me just say it. I'm going with the return of Shiganshina?
Shigamiya, the return arc.
The return arc. When my boy hit one of the illest speeches of all time in anime.
Shout out, Cap. Yeah, shout out. Yeah,
I was actually going to throw that in there. That was one of my ones. So
my soldiers rage. Like, I'm so hyped to watch that again.
So fuck the rumbling compared to that. Personally, I'm not choosing the rumbling over that.
So here's why I'm choosing the rumbling over that. Part of it is because, one, as great as Erwin's speech was, I think Erwin's speech has a lot to do with what makes that. I think that's what makes that so much. Excuse me. I think that's what makes that scene so much, in that whole scenario. Because I mean, obviously the Beast Titan and Levi and everything there, but the rumbling, bro. The rumbling. Eren Yeager did nothing wrong. If you don't want to start,
fuck out of here.
Nothing.
You know what? I'm not even going into that with that. I already going down this path with you enough times.
Eren ain't do nothing wrong, bro. Don't start a fight.
I'm not going down this path with you. I already been here with you. I'm not going down the Eren was wrong shit. That nigga doing a genocide. So, anyways.
So listen. I think that to the point that Eren got pushed to, that was where everything had to go. And we saw the main reason why he got pushed to that point, because they were going to blow they were going to blow Paradise off the map. They were. And so I have no problem with him standing up for the people. Now, granted, was his path correct? Was his path going to be without bloodshed? Probably not. Did he have to go to the extremes? I don't know if he had to, but he felt he did. So if he felt he had to go to that extreme in order to make sure the people of his land had peace after they didn't even start the fight. They had to deal with just like all of the crap that Marley was sending over their way. They had to deal with all the crap that was coming and all the people they lost and all the stuff that they had believed was going to be happening as far as getting to the ocean or having people come in and Titans just roaming through their lands. Like all the pain and suffering that he felt was nothing that he had as far as like, yes, we ended up learning later that he had a lot to do with it as far as setting the things in motion to get to that point. But him getting to that point all started because of they started fucking with them. Don't fight me. Don't do nothing with me. Let me just stay over here on my side and just chill with my people. But no, y'all had to send Titans over to us. Y'all had to get all this bloodshed, all of this stuff off of y'all issues that you have with Paradise people because of something that I ain't even had nothing to do with. So yeah, you can't expect me not to get ready to fight after you started a war and then be like, oh wait, no, that's too much, time out. No, you started this. I was trying not to do this, but now we're here. And just understand that now we're here rumbling on your ass, bro. Rumbling on your ass. So yes, while I do understand the issues when it comes to the rumbling, and I'm not going to sit here and act like the rumbling is okay and everything, all I'm going to say is I don't think Aaron did anything wrong. I think Aaron was. I'm going to say it like this. I think Aaron Yeager was right. And also,
I think he was right in the sense that he had to stand up for what the fuck he needed to stand up for. And my boy really, listen, he was 10 toes down in the bitch.
All the way to.
Here's the thing. I'm never going to hate nobody for being 10 toes down in the bitch. However,
I'm listening. I dropped my
if the writer, the creator didn't want us to feel fucking very conflicted about this shit, he wouldn't have, set up scenes in which niggas was getting squashed. Babies, children.
Somebody
that had nothing to do with nothing. They gave us a whole motherfucking backstory about two little brothers just trying to make it up.
They didn't need to do that. That part I
Yes,
agree.
they did. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Because the same way we didn't need to see everything else, we needed to see that too. Because guess what?
Why you made me think about
the reality of the choices that Aaron made. That's the reality
that he was pushed to. He made these choices because he was pushed to make those choices.
Fuck out of here. My boy saw everything. You gonna tell me you feel like you don't got no choice when you see everything?
Well, to be fair, if Mikasa would have just left with him, they would have been out on a farm somewhere chilling. So I think that
I don't want to hear it.
So for that, yes, the rumbling is the biggest part. We get all the rumbling for that specific reason, but I think that season also gave us obviously Hanji's last stand, which was awesome. We got to see all of the pain and issues that came with Mikasa's final decision. And even one thing that I loved, and one of my all-time favorite moments of the entire series, I know Erwin's speech is dope. I'm not trying to take away Erwin's speech.
It wasn't just his speech. It was like the mystique.
No, I mean...
we were like, oh shit, we're finally getting back.
Yo, I know, but still. It's
and we see a big-ass nigga that's a fucking orangutan nigga throwing stones, wilding the fuck out.
Yo, listen.
Levi went fucking crazy. Erwin dead. His successor is the nigga we would have never guessed. He became the fucking colossal titan. Nah, nigga, that arc was fucking insane.
So while that arc was nuts, and I'm not going to take it away, I think my moment from the rumbling arc isn't even just the way everyone worked together and stopped the rumbling or the rumbling itself. My favorite moment of that entire arc was at the end when Levi was like posted up, like he couldn't even move, and like he just saw the imagery of all of, like, he saw Erwin, he saw Hanji, he saw everyone, he saw his old
fire,
bro, and then they all phased away, and you just saw Levi with the salute. I just Levi holding the salute, like, I did it, y'all. I did it, and like Levi, that moment in that arc Like, I understand people going crazy for Levi leading up to that because Levi was dope. And even in the arc when he fought in the arc you're talking about here, where he fought the Colossal Titan, he was fire in that arc. Levi, for me, everything that I think about him but it really takes off from that arc and like around that time, because not only was he not just a badass general who's just in there fighting, he's looking at everything from the leadership standpoint that he was thrust into, because everyone that was above him is now dead. And so he literally had to go into, bro, he had 3 fingers. He had 2 fingers and a thumb. 2 fingers and a thumb doing everything he could, and he can't even like he couldn't even hold it right. And now he over here doing everything. Like, Levi, for me, took such a position as far as main characters and characters in that show that I really enjoy. Because of the fact that he saw everything through, he survived, and then he also did not forget the people that were lost along the way, because he sat there.
I don't think anybody did, though.
No, but like for Levi,
I can't make that a Levi thing.
I make it a Levi thing because they showed it to us. They showed it specifically to us because Levi rose through the ranks, so everybody that he had to get to that point, and for him to sit down and finally be like, job well done, and see all the people he looked up to, all the people that pushed him, all the people that he loved, because Levi didn't show emotion like that, but when he did, we noticed it. Hanji getting ready to go off and die, he's like, yo, do your thing, bang. Like, so seeing him have all of those imageries of all the people that he lost was so just for his character, just so
all good.
That's why I put it up there too.
I don't think it's bad. It is.
I don't think yours is bad either, because I mean, like, My Soldier's Rage, like, bro, you listen to that joint before you go.
It wasn't just
like,
about My Soldier's Rage. Personally, for me, that was like obviously a very defining moment for the entire arc. But I don't even think that was the best thing about the arc. I think it was everything leading up to that moment. Okay. It was like they decided, all right, it's time for us to make a decision. We gotta go and fucking handle this shit. We gotta go figure out what the fuck is going on. That mystery is something we've been led up to in the entirety of the entire season. Was that the same
arc where they went down to the basement finally?
Yes.
That was annoying.
Or it was like the arc that ended that and then they went into that. Yeah. I can't quite remember, but I just remember this arc specifically where it was like where he died, and I just remember. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it was. Hold on, now you're gonna make me fucking.
Well, the reason why I say that is because that was one of the biggest letdowns for me in the whole series. Because like I was expecting such a return on my investment when it came to being in like really.
Yes, it was the arc leading up to the mystery of the basement.
Okay, all right.
So it was everything that happened up to the basement when they got there.
Got you.
So yeah, I was right on track. But yeah, that one for me. All right. I mean, I could definitely keep going on the arc thing, but what else we got?
So the last thing I had here, if we're not gonna go arcs, because I think one more. Hold on, let me just see if I have one more. Because if I have one more, we go one more. I have an honorable mention. And this is just an honorable mention, and I won't go too in depth with it just because you haven't watched the series yet. But the
I got more that aren't honorable mentions. But yeah,
go through them real quick. What are the ones we don't got to go in depth with it? But what are the other ones that you had just on the list?
Mob Psycho question mark arc.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Good one. Are you serious? It was horrifying. It was terrifying. That was the arc. That was the arc when. So just to like fill you in a little bit, that was when he wanted to like profess his love to old girl, and she turned him down.
Yeah,
and we thought the whole entire fucking season this nigga was gonna fucking blow the fuck up.
Yeah, no, that's why I said it was a good one because of the way it ended.
Yep. So right. I mean, Mob Psycho for me, one of the best anime of all time. Period. That is up there.
I don't know if I can go all time, but I could definitely go. It's criminally underrated. I think it's criminally.
Oh
underrated.
No, because that's in the same realm as like Fooly Cooly or like anything else that has like done well with teenage angst.
Mm-hmm.
And this is
really
like,
well.
Yes, if you ask me personally, I'm gonna say this: Mob Psycho did it better than Fooly Cooly.
I can't say that.
Because I think that's biased personally, but I think because we watched Fooly Cooly younger, it was the first thing that came about, whatever. But Mob Psycho, in terms of character development, arcs were phenomenal. Just seeing everything, art style was very unique. Not that Fooly Cooly wasn't either, we got the whole entire, like, we hit one check to the end of the checks, and it was like every bucket got checked. Is what I'm trying to say.
So let me push back on that really quick, because I don't. The only reason why I don't think it's biased because I watched both of them, and even though yes, I watched Fooly Cooly at a younger age, I've watched Fooly Cooly a few times. And for me, the thing that Mob Psycho is a better anime than Fooly Cooly is. Fooly Cooly does teenage angst better because Fooly Cooly doesn't. Mob Psycho, we just see Mob's perspective. We see everything that Mob goes through. We see maybe his brother for a little bit when his brother was dealing with like kind of the ins and outs of what does he got to do. But as far as
you're disregarding that heavily. That's wild.
But listen, what I'm saying.
No, I hear what you're saying. I promise I'll let you finish. I promise. But that is a part of the teenage angst. They're both teenage brothers. He's trying to figure out the anxiety of how to be a big brother to his younger brother, who he cannot even understand.
See, I don't look at that as teenage angst. I look at that as almost
teenage angst.
I look at it as familiar angst. Family angst. I was trying to say.
He's also going through his own shit. That's teenage angst.
But I look at the thing that Fooly Cooly did that was very focused on just that, because we got it from the perspective of the main character, we got it from this perspective of old girl with the guitar, but then we got it from the classmates, we got it from, because like aliens and stuff weren't just popping out of dude's head, they were popping out of other characters' heads. We saw the teenage angst of like dealing with, oh well, I like this girl but she don't like me. I think the writing around teenage angst was done better in Fooly Cooly than it was in Mob Psycho,
because it was a variety of like teenage angst within
teenage
everyone.
Angst isn't just one thing. Teenage angst isn't just one sort of like, okay, this is the pocket we're putting everything in. I think the pocket that they put Mob in, as far as him figuring out himself and learning to love himself even without powers, I think they did a phenomenal job with that. But I think Fooly Cooly does it from the standpoint of other different perspectives, other different scenarios of people dealing with other different teenage angsty things, and then actually executing it.
I didn't say that Mob Psycho did teenage angst better. I just said that it's in the realm of teenage angst because that's what the story ultimately was about.
You said something was better. You said something about Mob Psycho was better.
No. I said teenage. I said it's in the same realm as Fooly Cooly, et cetera, in terms of teenage angst. However, I think Mob Psycho did like the story and everything surrounding teenage angst better. Yes, it was honed in on Mob Psycho. Mob Psycho, Jesus Christ, Mob. However, the actual story of Mob Psycho was better. There was better character development. There was better, like, overall, not just for Mob, but across the board.
It was a better anime.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a better anime. But I don't think that one aspect of the anime, like, Fooly Cooly is all teenage angst. That's all Fooly Cooly is.
1000%.
Mob Psycho.
That's the whole time. That's why it was so short, because teenage angst is so short.
It's other elements of it's teenage angst mixed with all the other stuff. Because I mean, like, you're not going to say that Reagan's arc was teenage angst, and Reagan had one of the best arcs of the series. Like, and I know that,
but
because
that's what I'm saying.
Reagan
it's in the same. It's in the same realm of teenage angst because that's what the story is about.
But Reagan's not having teenage angst as a grown man.
That's an arc, but it's still. Reagan's arc is still encompassed within the entirety of the show, which is teenage angst from Mob. There is no Reagan without Mob.
There is no Reagan without Mob. I disagree with that because I think there is always going to be a Reagan. Because
there's no show. There's no show without.
Oh no,
him. That's
show
what I'm
without
saying.
Mob. Okay, yeah,
that's what I'm saying. There's no Reagan without Mob in the show.
Like, Reagan,
so
Reagan's a cockroach, bro. Reagan gonna figure it out
for sure, 1000%. I'm not gonna do that to him. He ain't a cockroach.
He's a cockroach. No, he's a cockroach.
My boy,
he's a smart cockroach. But he's a cockroach.
He also learned a lot. He learned a lot. He had a lot of growth.
He
in this
learned
shit
how
too.
to be a better cockroach.
I disagree with that 1000% because I think that was just the writer's way of providing a level of, I want to say, like, not slapstick, but like comedic relief.
Reagan's
character. Reagan provided so much to Mob. He provided so much to Mob.
Absolutely.
So, anyways, yes, I agree that Fooly Cooly was honed in specifically on like teenage angst across the board. However, Mob Psycho, the entirety of the show is about teenage angst. Although it wasn't done exactly in the same way, in Fooly Cooly, every character provided that teenage angst. I understand. It did it more. But Mob Psycho in itself was a better anime, as we mentioned.
We definitely therefore, I ain't gonna lie, we're gonna have to put up a poll on this one because I disagree.
But what's the poll? What's the poll? What is the poll that we're going off of? Because I agree with you. I agree with you.
Which anime tackled teenage angst better, Mob Psycho or Fooly Cooly?
I'm gonna go Mob Psycho because guess what? There was a clear path for everything within Mob Psycho leading up to an end, and the end being a light at the tunnel, which most people within their teenage years you don't see. You don't see that when you're going through this shit. You don't see it
because Mob definitely came out at the other end of it. So yes,
Mob Psycho came out. Mob Psycho. I keep saying Mob Psycho. Not that. What happened in Fooly Cooly, there wasn't a light at the end of the tunnel either. But Mob Psycho, it was fleshed out so well, where you can get these key moments and get these things, and like just, bro, you had a nice 4-star meal when you watch Mob Psycho. When you watch Fooly Cooly, it was like, damn, this is the best buffet I've ever been to in my life.
I think that's selling Fooly Cooly a little short, but I see where you're coming from. But I do think that sells it a little short though, because I'll be honest with you, bro.
It was chaotic. It was nuts.
But that's teenage.
That's
angst.
how it is. I agree. And Mob Psycho didn't provide that level of like anxiety. Nigga was a broccoli, bro, coming up out of the like shit was crazy.
No, actually, you know what arc of Mob Psycho scares me more than any of the other arcs was the one where like the little girl was possessed, where it was like the
that was
former
actually
psychic.
Really scared.
It was the former psychic that became like a spirit because he was so evil, and like that one was crazy.
Was that the one when they went to the house? I can't remember.
That was the one when like the millionaire bought up a bunch of like the psychics, and they all took turns trying to like that one. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
And then Mob had to like go inside his own head to like fight him or something like that. Like that one was crazy. But
I'm not doing a good job. I definitely have a better argument for Mob Psycho than what I do right now on the fly. However, it's been a long day. My brain is not working at 1,000% capacity.
It's okay. You can say that.
I'm still going to take this.
And I took the dub. I'm still going to take this. I took the dub. You can say I took the dub.
That's crazy. Mob Psycho had a better overall.
It's a better animated Fooly Cooly. I think Fooly Cooly did Teenage Angst better. I do. I just think they handled the emotions surrounding teenage angst, the uncertainty of being a teenager and having to deal with those feelings. Like I feel like Mob Psycho handled it from a way where it also had other like elements to it, which again, when we talk about teenage angst isn't really relevant, but it had other aspects that made it a better anime. But in the realm that we're talking about when it comes to teenage angst, I think that Fooly Cooly handled especially from a more subtle way, because it wasn't just on the nose that this is teenage angst, but it was subtly done.
It was definitely more subtle.
And I think that also plays a role into the fact that you still were getting the message across in a very fun, subtle way that like here, robot out my brain because I don't know what to do because this girl likes me, but she likes my brother. But then now this other girl who I like is coming here talking to my dad. And now I'm over here with this other girl.
And this is where I got to disagree with you. Goddamn, we're going to be on this shit forever. So I want to move on. Yeah. I definitely would like to like come back to this. However, I gotta.
I'm dead serious. I'm gonna put a poll up. I want to put a poll up
on the last part is because Mob Psycho exploding is a part of the teenage angst, and we got that countdown all the time.
What you want?
Like, what are we talking about? That was the entirety of the countdown. It was like him not being able to deal with everything, and then when he gets to 100%, the nigga explodes.
So and you get me what you want to be. All right, I got that on the playlist. It's a good one. But you had Mob Psycho. What else? We can just run through them real quick.
Oh shit! I didn't realize we were gonna keep going. I was like,
no, you just run through it. We just run through
them. Obviously, I had Entertainment District in there to some degree. Obviously.
That's what started the whole conversation.
Yeah, that was started the whole entirety of the conversation. Now this one, I don't know if we're gonna call this an arc, but it is a sleeper pick. In a way, I know you're gonna be pissed off about it. I'm gonna call it an arc. It was the first season of Promised Neverland.
I guess you call that an arc. I don't think
there was a beginning.
I don't think it's better than
there was a beginning. There was an end.
Now, if I'm being like non-biased at how sucky it ended up being, it's not better than Entertainment District. It's a good arc. It's a very good arc. It's not better than Entertainment District.
The reason why I disagree is because like there was lead up to everything for the Entertainment District. There was no lead up for the beginning of Promised Neverland. In Promised Neverland, we got
maybe they should have had some
fear. We didn't. We didn't.
I said maybe they should have. They would have had a better second season.
lead up to the second season. They just fumbled the second season. But first season, or first arc of Promised Neverland, fear. We had happiness. We had joy. We had great storytelling. We had mystery. We had no idea what the fuck was going to happen. We didn't know that if these niggas were going to get the fuck out. This shit could have ended one season and they all died. It could have been one of those.
Honestly, I would have almost preferred that compared to what we ended up getting.
Yeah, see, you keep bringing everything back to the second season.
I mean, I'm bringing everything to the second season. I'm bringing everything to the second season because I do find it actually funny. But yeah, no, that was
first season had a lot that I feel like you need to go back and probably rewatch the first season.
Nah, I mean, I've seen
and
it
really
a
understand.
I've watched it
and
a
really
bunch of
understand
times.
where that shit happened.
No, I watched it a bunch of times and I read the manga.
Entertainment.
So, like, I understand like where like the first season is at, and understand how like dope it actually was. But my frustration comes from, not my frustration, but my take is that it just wasn't better than Entertainment District. That's just my take. Is it good? Yes. Is it better than Entertainment District? No.
Nah, I'm gonna go that over Entertainment District.
Okay.
I love Entertainment District. It is definitely not even close. One of the best arcs in the last not even in the last 6 years.
Okay.
Definitely. In terms of like the span that we put it into, no, because Demon Slayer Entertainment District had a lot of lead up to it. It was hype. I loved it. I loved everything that happened in the shit. I loved the surprises that happened there. I loved the introductions of like, it wasn't really Upper Moon, but like, it's just getting there. The progression of the story. I loved it. Animation, obviously, all of it. But
what else did you have?
For one season of Promised Neverland to just pop the fuck up out of the blue and have everybody in a chokehold like that, nah.
Okay. So let me see. What else did you have? Do you have any more that would like on that list?
Off the top of my head, no. That was like actually the end of my list.
All right. So I only had two that I was going to mention. Both of them you hadn't seen yet. One was going to be the Heiress and Ryujid. I can never say his name, but their journey arc from Mushoku Tensei, Jobless Reincarnation. That arc was really dope.
Never saw it.
Yeah, that arc was awesome. I ain't gonna lie. Like it was as fantasy flying type joint. Like it was that, bro. Like you was going on an adventure dealing with everything. And then my second one, and the second selection arc, Blue Lock. That was the last season that just came out of Blue Lock, the most recent one. That season, just not only the season leading up to everything, but the things that they introduced, the under 20, I think under 18 or under 21 team, I think it was under 18 team that they end up playing. Like it's just gas. Like everything about that, gas. So those would be the only ones that I would also put up on there out of that list. But I think that was good. That was a good list. We going went a little back.
I mean, I think if we could have kept going, that shit could have went for a week.
Yeah, no, I mean, like if you went out to 20 years, it would have gone for 3.
No, I could have kept going. Yeah.
So, as we get ready to slide on up out of here, AU, we had one more thing that we was going to kind of slow on out of here. Wild ass scenarios. You on a road trip, bro, and you got an ox cord. What anime character you giving ox cord to? Who getting ox?
I thought we were holding that for the next week.
We were holding that for next week. We absolutely talked about that beforehand. And after you said it, I was like, why is he looking confused at me? And then I looked and I was like, oh, wait, we did say we was going to hold that for next week. And the reason why we said we was going to hold that for next week, the actual one that we was going to do was a pick'em. Yeah, that one's on me. It's been a long day. It was the pick'em, and that pick'em was going to be, I got to go into my bookmarks. Shout out Twitter.
That's okay. I want to double back while you're looking for this shit.
I already got it.
On something. No, I know from last week because you had asked me what's the craziest thing. Oh yeah, craziest thing you saw for the week. I do got something crazy for the week. Got you, Kuda. God,
chill. I ain't seen it. Chill. No, I know. Stop. Listen,
that's okay. I'm not spoiling anything.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Talking about it though.
All I'm saying is Gotcha, Kuda. Gotcha, nigga. God damn.
Yo, honestly,
that shit.
Honestly, I'm gonna wait. I feel
what
like
you
I'm
waiting for is done.
Listen. because I'm still getting through Black Clover.
No,
And
you
I'm
need
still-
to watch Gotcha.
I'm mad far into Black Clover, and I'm like, I'm kind of invested in Black Clover right now.
I don't care.
I did say
I don't care. There is nothing in Black Clover that you can watch as of up until the end of where it fucking ends that you can tell me is as powerful as the way Gotcha could end. I need you to get up on that.
All right.
Old girl story. Fucking Christ.
I've seen everybody going crazy about Gachi Yakuda in this past episode.
You need to get up on that.
I will say the wildest thing that I saw this week, out of the things that I have caught, because I have been doing a lot of binge watching of Black Clover, was I did catch the new episode of My Hero, like the first episode of the new season.
So did I,
and that I thought was really good. I loved.
We'll say that to next week because I got some.
Yeah,
thoughts.
no, but I will say just the wildest thing I saw this week was the All Might fight. All Might versus All for One, like that.
If you watched Gachi Yakuda, you would have said that.
Yo, listen. Chill.
Anyways, all right, run your shit.
I got what I got here. Delete one forever. Jujutsu Kaisen, Chainsaw Man, My Hero Academia, or Solo Leveling.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie to you because
don't do it.
Hold on. You had asked me earlier. This
don't
think about this one.
Don't piss me off.
And I said Solo Leveling in my head.
Don't piss me off, AU.
The first time around.
You're gonna piss me off,
then
aren't you?
I'm not gonna piss you off. I need you to relax and take a chill pill.
The chill pill is crazy.
But I'm gonna go with Solo Leveling. However, I don't think Chainsaw Man is that far out of the picture here. I really don't think Chainsaw Man is that far out of the picture here. Now, this is in comparison to the 4 that you gave me. So let me make that very clear. I don't think Chainsaw Man is leagues above Solo Leveling. And the reason why I say this, does Solo Leveling, Jesus Christ, does Chainsaw Man have a better story? Yes. Does Chainsaw Man have a better fucking main character? Yes. Dingy ass fucking motherfucker. Love him. But
love him but hate him.
Love him but hate him. But I'm sorry. We gotta put respect where respect is supposed to be given. All right. And Solo Leveling's action and animation is probably better than everything on that list.
Solo Leveling is just New Age Dragon Ball Z. Now, granted, I love Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
I love it. I do. I absolutely love Dragon Ball Z. But what Dragon Ball Z
right
did
now,
for the
right
culture,
now,
yeah,
right now,
what Dragon Ball Z did for the culture back in the Tsunami era, Solo Leveling is doing now. It has the animation, it has the fights, it has the character. Like, some people love Sun Jin-woo. But Sun Jin-woo, if I see one thing that ever says, can Sun Jin-woo be Goku in a fight? Or that says that Sun Jin-woo could be Goku in a fight, I'm burning it all down. I'm burning it all down if that's
They know better than that.
If I see, do they?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, so it's Solo Leveling.
It's
that's
Solo
that's got to
Leveling,
go
and it's
forever.
not even close. It's not even close.
I agree it's not close. I just mean that the gap isn't as far
and
from
I disagree.
Chainsaw Man to Solo Leveling.
I can tell you right now, off of the one Chainsaw Man season 1 and off of the trailer for the new movie that's coming out, aka season 2.
Phenomenal.
That's what I'm saying. It's already
so far.
It's already past. Like,
of course.
I don't want people to misconstrue what I'm saying. I don't hate Solo Leveling. I think Solo Leveling is very, very good. I also think that as far as other anime, that there are other anime that are better. There are so many more anime that are better than Solo Leveling. That being said, I watch Solo Leveling. I enjoy Solo Leveling. I actually think that Solo Leveling does have the best fights that are out right now. But there's more to fights. There's more to anime than fights.
Yes, sir.
Like, there's more to anime than fights. Like,
1,000%.
we talked about it
before. There's more to life, bro, than fighting.
Like,
we
talked about it before. The one emotional scene that they gave us, that shit didn't even hit. When his mom came back to life, that shit didn't even hit.
Bro.
So that tells me they don't even know. They can't even. They literally can't do it.
At all. Bro, my boy mom came back to life, and I did not give a flying fuck. I was like, "Where's the next fight?"
No, what's the next? When is the next fight, AU? When is the next fight? That's all you care about, bro. Because that's all any of us cares about. Oh, that's cute. Where's the next fight?
All right. You got it out. Good. All right.
Been a long day.
been a long day. Just golly. I'm so tired of people talking about Solo Leveling. It's really like that. And I get it. It's like that from an action standpoint. It's not like that when it comes to anything else. You can do the two things together. You can do action and emotion. They don't know how to do emotion. They don't know how to do it. They don't know how to do it. All right. Give myself a headache. I made myself a little lightheaded, but we all right.
Damn.
All right. It's been a long day. Long fucking day.
My headache. I was lightheaded. Oh my god.
Oh my god, the room is spinning. The room is absolutely spinning. But yo, AU man, we about to slide on up out of here. You got anything you want to leave the people with before we do just that?
Man, you already know it's always a room in the couch, baby.
Always, always, always. Hey, yo, appreciate y'all for listening. We'll see y'all next week. Always room.
Peace.